thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. My name is Sylvia Black, licensed real estate broker with Affordable Homes and Apartments. And I'm also licensed to preach and ordained as a minister. And I want to thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You, which airs every Wednesday right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20, 6:30 to 7 p.m. and also on Saturdays from 12:30 to 1 in the afternoon. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Today I'd like to bring you a special show, and it's entitled How to Stay Black and Beautiful. I wasn't going to call it that, but I was going to call it something else, but it was originally going to be called, the reason for the show is because, have you ever wanted to have luxurious hair like this that just bounces with the wind? You know, something that's manageable and you don't hardly have to do anything to it. A lot of times I'm going to show you how I got my hair to have so much body and bounce like it is. Isn't that wonderful? Oh, I just love it. And I don't have to have extensions. This is all natural. I don't need a lot of makeup on my face. I don't have fake nails. Everything is real. And you know, a lot of times a black man will say, how you expect to have a real man and you half a woman, you know. We wear, you know, fake eyelashes and hair down, you know, your back, and you're unbelievable, you know. Well, I want to show you in this show here how to get your hair looking nice and shiny and give it body and luxury at pretty much half the cost that you would spend if you were to get the extensions in the store. Now, of course, we all know a lot of times when they do your hair, they do it really tight, and that sometimes can take your own hair out. A lot of tips that we need to remember about how to take care of our own hair. Yes, it's okay to go to the beautician, but you got to make sure you tell that beautician exactly what you want her to do when you go there. For example, I want you to relax my hair, okay? But you also have to make sure you tell them not to cut it. Do not cut my hair, just relax it, you know, because a lot of times they'll relax it and they'll cut it. And you'll say, I didn't tell you to cut it, but you didn't tell me not to. Okay. So in this show here, I'm going to show you how I got my hair to be, you know, luxurious and long. And it's nice and comfortable, you know, it's okay. It requires a little bit of work in the morning, you know, and a little bit of work at night. And I'm going to show you how I get it like that. Okay? I'm going to show you what I use on my hair. First of all, what I did was when I had extensions in my hair. I went to one of the Africans and they did my hair and they braided it so tight. My hair came out around the front of my head because I have, you know, the hair around that's baby hair right there. That's more sensitive. My hair is very strong, and I thank God. And I got my hair's going back in places that it came out. I had to actually wear a wig in order to accommodate the empty space, you know, and I hated having to do that. So what I did was I cut it down and I just started wearing an afro. Then after a period of time I would relax it and whatnot and still do what I do. And then I decided to get the extensions again. Okay, and I'll tell you the secret of what I did and how I got my hair to grow, even in extensions. A lot of times people will get extensions and your hair will not grow, and I'll tell you why. Okay, but I had my hair in extensions for 3 months. And then when I took it out, wow, my hair grew. And it is growing rapidly every day. Okay, so in this segment we're going to tell you how we get it done. Now first we're going to start out by showing you what you need to do at night in order to get it, to prepare it. See, what we need to do is we have to train our hair, okay? You have to train it. I know it sounds weird, but, you know, we're training our hair. A lot of times, you know, when we wear extensions and we have hair coming down, you know, our backs and what have you, we're hiding our beautiful black face, ladies. You're hiding your beauty. So nobody can see what you really look like under all that hair. You know, now if you want to wear long hair, push it back. Have a couple of pieces coming down here, a couple of pieces here, but have it pushed back, you know, away from the face. You know, a lot of times some black women look better with short hair. And we can actually have beautiful short hair just like we can have beautiful long hair. Long hair is not necessarily more beautiful. It's how you take care of your own hair and how you take care of yourself. Okay? You don't need no fake eyelashes a lot of times, you know, unless you're going out on a special day. You know, you don't need all of that, you know, what a lot of people do. And if you can spend all that time on taking care doing all that, eyelash and stuff, and putting all that heavy makeup on your face and everything, and doing the nails and whatnot. If you could spend that time doing that, then you can spend a little bit of time taking care of your own hair. So first I'm going to show you what I do at night in order to get it, the way it's supposed to be. Okay, now, first I'm going to show you, like I said, what I do at night to get my hair, to train my hair. And I've been doing it like this ever since I took my hair out of the afro, which was like about maybe 8 months, 6 or 8 months. Okay, now, there's several things that you use. First of all, I use an afro pick. I use a wired afro pick. I don't have an afro, but I use this. And I'll show you why in the morning when I take it out, when I take my hair out. I bought a set of combs, and I use a wide tooth comb. I also use a narrow tooth comb too sometimes, But the longer your hair grows and the thicker it is, the necessity it is going to be for you to use a wider tooth comb. And I was using a smaller tooth comb when my hair was thin. But as it begins to get thick, now I need to also use a wider tooth comb so that I'm not pulling my hair out. And I also use a brush. Okay, I got, all these items for this. I got a pack of combs for about, I think, $5. This was $1. This pick was $1. Okay, and then this was $1. This is a brush. It has soft bristles on it. Okay, but they're hard enough to get down into the roots. But, I don't know if you can see, the kind of brush that it is. But this is what I use, basically, for the finishing touches at night and in the mornings. Okay? Now, I use a combination of products on my hair. Castor oil I use. I use the cream and I use the oil. A lot of people use olive oil. Okay? But castor oil actually promotes hair growth. Okay? So I use that. And I buy... let me show you. Okay. I use this. I buy this from the dollar store. It's called oil moisturizer. And what I do is I mix it in with the castor oil, because the castor oil is the cream is thick and it's like paste. So I have to sort of, get it loose. So what I do is sometimes I pour the castor oil into the castor oil cream. And then I also use the oil moisturizer. This is, I think this costs $1 or $2. And I put this in, and I get this, right? So what I really use is, what I use overall over anything else is Razak products. Okay, I use the cream, and I use the oil, the Razak oil. These are the only two products of Razak that I really use. I don't use their hair conditioner or the shampoo or anything. Okay. Now, what I do is I wrap my hair at night, right? So now I take it and I part it. I comb it. I give it a nice, let me take my earrings out. I give it a nice comb. And remember, ladies, we as black women, we want to keep our man happy, right? Those of us who have one, we want to keep our man happy. When you get one, you don't want to walk around the house dressed like a rag mop either. I remember I had a sister-in-law that used to wear, she would take the stockings, and after the stockings would run off, she'd cut the legs off the stockings and tie the legs up, and then put the bottom part, up on top of her head. And I said, girlfriend, I said, I pulled her to the side. I said, I have to keep it real with you. I said, you have to try to look attractive for your man at night. You know what I mean? Because, you don't want him, going off and cheating on you. Now, first I do is I part it, because I don't want to grease my forehead, So now I take, a generous amount, and I, go all around. They say you're supposed to grease your hair 3 times a day, right? Okay, but I think I do it twice a day, right? And I'm getting it all in there. Okay, and I'm putting it on the ends, because you got to make sure you get the ends too. And you got to get that kitchen underneath there. You don't want to neglect that kitchen. Okay. So I got that on there. Now we're also going to take my Razak product. Now I'm going to put some of that around the side here, you know, because, you know, your hair can dry out in certain spots and you don't even know your hair is dry. And then when your hair becomes dry, it becomes brittle and it chips. Okay? Now, one of the things, regardless of all of this that we do, you still have to make sure you clip the ends. There's two things in order to promote hair growth, in addition to the lubricating of the hair. You have to make sure that the roots are straight, and you also have to make sure that you clip the ends. Because when you have split ends, your hair will definitely, you know, break off and it won't grow. It'll grow, but there won't be any length. Okay? Now, I only use this at night because it's sort of wet, like, you know what I mean? So now I take it and I'm massage it all in there. You know, I get it all in there, all in the back. You know, it still has a little body to it, but it's getting heavier now. So I make sure I get all right there, like my little sideburns. You know, I got my sideburns, you know. Make sure I grease them, and make sure I get the back of the kitchen, and then I do it like that. So now I take the brush, and I brush it all the way to the end, all around. And as you can see, my hair is shiny. It looks really shiny, right? That's what you want. You want your hair to be nice and shiny and glossy. Now, an added touch, if you have some extra time, you can actually get under a hair dryer. After you wrap it, I'm going to show you how to wrap it. You can get under a hair dryer. That would help. Matter of fact, I might start doing that. Get under a hair dryer, and then so that the grease can dry into the hair instead of on your pillow. You know. Okay, so now, I used to use a lot of bobby pins, but lately I haven't had to use a lot of bobby pins. So now I take it and I comb it. You have to try to remember to do it in the same direction. Don't comb it from this end one day and then start from that end. I find that it's easier for me to do it from this side here. Okay. So now I'm combing it. Okay. Combing it all around. Now, some people can't see back there, but I use my hands as my eyes back there. You know, I can't see with my eyes, but I can see with my hands. So I feel, and I'm doing this with the big tooth comb, remember. And you got to be gentle because now you're wrapping your hair in another direction. You're bringing it was down, and now you're bringing it around. So you got to be gentle. You don't want to be rough with your hair. You know, it may take a while for it to, you know, you want to keep it while you have it. So you're bringing it all around. You're combing it sideways now in the back. Combing it back like that. Now you got it nice and even. Now you put your finger up here at the top. Okay. Now you want to comb it. Comb it around. Comb it around. Keep that finger there in the middle, because you don't want it to overlap. See, look how nice and shiny my hair is. Look at that. And didn't go to a beauty parlor or nothing. You can, like I said, get under a hair dryer. Another thing you can do is put a plastic cap on it, but then that would shrivel it up. And you want to keep it nice and straight. Okay? So now I have it. I'm going to get it where I want it, the way I want it. Okay. Okay, now I got it around. Okay, it's the way I want it now. Now to make it nice and tight, now I'm taking my brush. I take my brush, and as I brush it, I use my hand to sort of smooth it out. Okay, I go around that kitchen. You know, now if you have like a set of mirrors where you can, you know, you can see the front and the back. You know what I mean? Another set of mirrors, like, you know, one of those vanity sets and stuff. So I take my hand as I'm brushing around. Okay, and I bring it all around. Now I go closer to the circle here. You know, and I bring it all around. I brush until I'm satisfied with it. Now I come around and I brush it. I'm holding that little circle there, and I'm brushing. Okay, and then I'm smoothing. I'm smoothing it all. No comb, just smooth. I might have to brush it because I want to make sure it's nice and even. Okay. Get it nice and even, you want it nice and tight. Nice and tight. If you feel that you have to use some bobby pins, you may have to. You're bringing it, you're stretching the hair. You're stretching and stretching and stretching it. And remember, up here, you don't want to mess with this crown too much. You know, I have even been able to wear my hair just like this when I forget to comb it. I'll just take my hat right off. And I'm not ashamed of my hair. I used to be if it wasn't done, but it looks nice even when it's wrapped. Okay? And look at how nice and shiny. The reason why you're doing it with the hands is because you really don't have room for bobby pins now, because it's nice and, see, it's nice and shiny. You know, nice and, you know, and I got that crown up there now. Okay? So now I'm done with the wrapping, but I'm not done yet. What I do is, and this is full of grease actually. It's got to be washed, but I use it every night. It's I don't even know if I tried looking for them, but I don't see them anymore. It's like a wrap cap, you know. It's got Velcro on one side, okay, and nothing on the other side. But this is what I had used for a while when my hair first grew years ago, and then it came out. So I figured I'm going to use the same technique I did then again now to see if I can get it to grow, right? So now I take it. Now remember, there's Velcro on this side, but there's no Velcro, and it stretches, right? So now I take it. Okay, now remember the direction that I wrapped it was that way, right? So now I'm taking it, okay, and I'm gonna, as tight as you can, but without, you know, squeezing your brains out. You know, and you want to make sure the Velcro is not on your hair. Make sure, okay. And I don't remember where I got this from, but I've had it for a while, and I couldn't find it at one time. And now that I'm using it again, my hair is really performing well. Okay. I don't know, I had, it's like a little plastic, oh, where did it go? Wait a minute, where is it? Oh well, I can't find it. Anyway, it's, okay, let me put this on again. I thought I had actually put it inside of this, but it wasn't. So now you take it, make sure you wrap it around. You know, you want to get it nice and, you know, you know, snug like, you know, not too tight. And then now I can't find the other piece that I use. Wait a minute. Okay, now okay, now I did find it. Now there's an alternative you can use to this if you don't find this. This is called the conditioning scarf. It's a scarf. It's just, you know, it's a long one. And what you can do is you wrap it around your head like you do. I'm not going to keep it on my head. I'm just going to show you. You wrap it around like this. You don't put it too tight. You just wrap it. It's a conditioning scarf. And then you tuck it under. And that's pretty comfortable. Okay? But that's not what I use anymore. I was using that. And now this I found, it's, I can't remember what they call it in the store, but they have a man's face on the picture, not a woman's. So now I just simply take this and I put it over this. Okay? I simply take that and put it over that. So now I got my, what I could do is I might sit under a dryer now that I mentioned it. So now I got my, you know, my hair looking nice and comfortable. I don't have to sleep in a whole bunch of rollers and everything. So now, so in the morning, I'm going to show you how I get my hair like I did. Okay, we beautiful black women, we need to, you know, and or I guess the title would be is how to stay beautiful, how to stay black and beautiful all your life. I mean, we're definitely going to stay black all our life, right? But some people didn't, so, you know, but you know, how to stay young and beautiful looking all your life. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to keep your skin looking younger and, you know, keep it from, keep it, I don't want to reveal the words, but I'm going to show you how I keep my skin nice and young looking. Okay, I'm not going to reveal my true age to you. Okay, but some people have said to me that you so old that you used to know Burger King when he was a prince. Okay. Or they say, you make Methuselah look like a little boy. Okay. But I want to show you how to keep your face looking young and how to take care of your hair. Okay, if you keep your roots straight and you clip the ends. Now you clip the ends like, and in another segment I'll show you how to clip the ends, how that's done. I can show it to you, but I won't actually clip my ends. But when I clip them, I just clip just a teeny bit. I don't clip a lot, and you don't have to, and it doesn't have to be even when you clip the ends. Okay, so I'm gonna see you in the morning. Just a reminder, you might not see the entire show on public access TV show, so please log on to my YouTube address at sblack3001. Okay, and also I'll try to have it posted, in a lot of different places, but YouTube, it'll be on there so you can view it as many times as you want. The full length movie, the whole thing probably won't be on YouTube, but we're going to try to see if we can get it maybe in a two-part segment, or maybe make this 2 parts. But I'm going to show you how I get, we're going to do it, and we're going to do it right. So stick around. We're going to transform you beautiful black women into queens. Okay, we're going to be gorgeous queens and whatnot, and we're going to have the command of our kings at our feet. Holla at a sister. Good morning. This is what I look like when I first wake up before I wash my face. Now, first thing I do in the morning, I'm not going to advertise the cold cream, but I use cold cream on my face. Okay? And it's medicated cold cream. So I put a generous amount on my face in the morning. Okay? Hey, boogie boogie boogie. Okay. Now I'm going to go wash my face with ice cold water. I splash the water up on my face very gently, and then I pat it dry. I don't rub my face dry. I pat it very delicately, and sometimes I just let it air dry. So I'll see you in a sec. I'm back. Okay, now, sometimes what I do is now I'm going to take this off, and remember the thing I wrapped on my head last night? That's coming off too. Okay. Okay, now. Okay, now remember, when you put the cold cream on your face, what I try to do, I refrigerate it. I put it in the refrigerator so it's nice and cold. And then what I do is, then I take the cold cream and I just wipe it on my face and whatnot. And then I take ice cold water and I wash my face with it. I have cold water in the refrigerator, so I take that and I put that in a little pan and I just splash that up on my face. What that cold water does is it keeps your skin nice and tight. Okay? Now I'm going to show you a secret. I'm about to put a little bit of makeup on first, and I don't need a lot of makeup. And I bet you not a lot of us, a lot of you probably don't need a lot of makeup either. Now, a lot of times in between when you're coloring your hair, there's some stuff that you can get in different forms. It looks like eyeliner, but it's a lot longer. And you can get it from any one of the hair stores. Okay, well, it looks like eyeliner, but it's not. But it's for the hair, right? And there's different kind of stuff for the hair. You can get a cream or rub, or this stuff, which I like. Now, for all of us women who have a little extra gray over here, you just take it and you gently rub that, and that'll cover up all that gray right there at the tip, right? And remember, this is for your hair, not for your eyes, so don't put this on your eyes, you know. And I usually just use it for my sideburns, you know, right there. Okay, so I put a little bit of that on there. So now I look 10 years younger again. Haha. Okay, now what I first do is I put a little color to my face because it softens my face up a little bit. So this is what I use. I use this color here. I like this color. So I rub it in and I put it in, you know, they say how you can determine you smile and you put it on your cheekbones. So, la, 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 la. You rub it on there as much as you want, you know. I used to put anything on my face that I could, you know, that will color it. But I said, let me get the right stuff and put on there. So you smile and you just put it on the cheekbones. La 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 la. And then I put a little bit above my eyebrows right here, below my eyebrows, I should say. Oh, that's up here in my head. Okay, right here. Da la 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 la. La 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 la. Okay. So now I got, put that up there. So now that softens my face up a little bit. So that's, ah. So now I have my eyeliner. And this is the standard eyeliner that I get. Two of them have two different brushes. This one is a thin brush. So I take it and I thicken my eyebrows just a bit. You know, just a little bit up there. Okay, and then I do the same for this one. Hey, just a little bit. You know, it's not a lot left in this bottle here. Okay. So, and then the other one that I have is the same thing, but it has a thick brush. And I always try to get one with a thick brush and one with a thin brush. So this one I put on my eyes. I do it like this, because sometimes I'm in a rush, you know. And I don't want to stick myself. So I just take it in, I close my eyes, and I rub it on my eye. I got something hanging from here. And I don't think there's a whole lot left in this bottle either. Okay. And then I just take it gently, and then I just, you know, like this. See? I got a little. And then what I'll do is I'll take it and I'll give this a little bit more color up there. Okay. Now remember, if it doesn't all air today, you can view it on my YouTube address at sblack3001@gmail.com. Okay. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do is, my combs. Okay. Now I have my the combs that I use, basically, right? Remember I told you I use a pick. I use this kind of comb here also. I carry this with me. I use this and I use this. So yes, you're going to have to use a variety of different kind of combs on your hair because you can't just stick to one kind of comb. You got to remember that your hair is very delicate. Now remember, I wrapped my hair up last night, right? Okay, I didn't do anything else to it. So now I'm going to take a metal pick and I'm going to slowly begin to pick it out. Because you got to be very gentle with it, right? So I'm picking it out around in the direction in which it was wrapped. The opposite way, I should say. So I'm coming around and around and around. Coming around to the bottom part. Okay, coming all the way around. You got to be gentle because if you pull it too hard, you're going to pull your hair out and you don't want to do that. Okay. So now I got it all out. And this is actually an excellent massaging tool because it actually it scratches your scalp for you. You know. And you know, I don't know if you've ever seen, you know, people when they comb your hair, they actually, you know, scratch your hair, you know, Well, this actually scratches your scalp for you. That's why I like it. Because that's what you need to scratch your scalp. That stimulates the roots. Okay? Yeah. Alright. Now, if you don't see this all on the show, you'll see it on my YouTube address. At SBlack3001, you can watch it there. Okay. Alrighty. Now that's done. Okay, now I take my brush and I'm going to brush it through once. Now for the morning, like I told you, I use the paste castor oil at night, but in the morning I just put oil on my hair. Now I haven't really used olive oil, but I stick to castor oil because castor oil promotes hair growth. Okay, now these are two different kind of castor oils. They didn't have this one, so I got this one. So now I'm going to use the rest of this, and what I'm going to do is just pour it right on my head, on the top. You know, rub it in, rub it back, because I have to feel it on my scalp. Okay? Then I take it and I pour hair all along the sides here, you know, because that's where your hair is most sensitive. All the way going back. Rub it on the side here, yeah, and going back, and then back there in the back, and then back in the back. Now this one squeezes, oh, a lot squeezed out of this one, more than that one, so I don't need to do the second step that I was going to normally do. So this is quite well saturated, and it might actually start dripping down my face. I didn't expect that much of it to come out, but it feels good. That's what I wanted it to do. I wanted that feeling. So now, I take my hand and I part it in the middle. Alright? Part it in the middle. I've already heated up my, my roller that I'm going to use. And if you want to, for an additional, you know, task which you can use at night, is you can take a straightening comb, a plug-in straightening comb, and you can actually straighten your hair in between relaxings, if you don't want to relax it too much, you know. Okay, so now I take it and I comb it. Okay, now I take, this is the comb here I like to use. I carry this with me. Okay, now usually I would do is I would take some more oil and pour it on the roots here, but I don't have to do that because I put quite a bit on it already, more than I wanted to actually. But as you can see, it's still shiny. It's shiny, you know, okay? Now it doesn't look like much of anything now, right? But now you have your comb that I've already heated it up, and this is, I think, 3/4 of an inch. And they have them, I think, a 1/4 of an inch for really short hair. And you'd be surprised, you can still use it for short hair, and it would give your hair the bounce that you need. It would give it the body, and we look like productive human beings in society. Okay, so now what I do is I start from one side, I part it, and I'm going to fast forward past this. Okay, just want to show you a couple how I actually do it. The heat gives it, the oil gives it the body, and then the heat combined, that gives it the body. Now, we're going to take it and we're going to part it in half. Okay. Okay, we got the bottom part where we're going to actually, okay, and then you start from the bottom, you curl from the bottom. You take that and you tuck that up underneath there. That's why you need another comb, several combs, because now you're going to comb this one out. But you need a comb to separate the back, so make sure that that doesn't fall into the hair you're working with. Right? Now my comb is nice and heated up, right? So now I take it, try not to burn yourself. Ouch. Okay. Okay, well anyway, let me show you. Take it like this, and you gotta bring it all the way to the end. Alright, let's try this again. Okay, all of the hair here. Okay. Okay, now we're going to bring it, slide it all the way to the end of your hair. Right? and then you roll gently. Now you're supposed to wait about a minute or so, right? Okay, now we're ready to take it out, and voila, got a nice little curl. Let me do one more for you to see, because this is a little longer here. This one is a little longer. And remember, you take it and you, yeah, I'm right-handed, but you wouldn't think so. Okay, now you take it, put it all the way up in there, slide it to the end, and then you hold it for about a minute. Each curl you're supposed to hold for about a minute. Okay? Okay, now I just want to show you this side here, because it would be easier to work with since I'm working with. Now you slide it to the end of your hair, and then you roll it. Now what you can do is, if you don't get all the hair, like the hair might be uneven, so you slide it down to the end of the hair that you capture all the hair, and you still may have some hair sticking out at the bottom. So I don't know if you can see, but like what we do is we flap it. We take it and we flap it. You're opening and closing it real fast. Right? Not opening it wide enough to take the curl out, but you're flapping it or opening it just a little bit so you can turn it a little bit more. You're doing open and turn. Open and turn. Now the longer your hair is, the more you're going to have to flap it open. You flap, 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 flap as you turn, turn, turn. So you flap and you turn, you flap and you turn. You just open it just a fraction of a bit. Just open it just a little bit, and then gives you the ability to turn, and then all the hair that's at the bottom that didn't capture in the initial curl will now curl up at the ends. Ouch. This thing is hard, definitely. Okay, now the proper way to take the curl out, to take the roller out, is to open it up a little. Open it up. Now you take your comb and you slide the hair. See how I'm flapping it open? Slide the hair like that. That's how you're supposed to do it. Okay, and see? Curl is nice and formed. Okay, I'm going to show you one more. And then you'll see it when it's completely curled. So now take this, bring it all the way in, slide it to the end of your hair, right? And then curl it up. And now you're supposed to leave it on for a minute. Now remember, you flap, 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 turn, turn, turn. Just open it just a fraction of a bit, and that'll keep it going so that, you know, you're curling it and you're continuing to curl it so that you're getting more hair in it, you know, and you try to get it as tight as you can. Okay, so I'll come back at you when it's done. Okay, now all the curls I've curled all the curls with the curler, and I've allowed them to cool off. Usually what I do is I put do the curls first, and then put my makeup on, because then this way it gives my hair a chance to cool off. You want to make sure before you comb out the curls that your hair is nice and cool, that the hair is nice and cool. Okay, so now again, I'm take the infamous pick. This is one of my best friends here in terms of my hair, and I start from the back, and I come out very gently, sort of sideways, like, you know, as you can see how I'm doing that. Right? You come out. Now, depending on the length of your hair will depend on whether you'll be able to use a pick or not. You know, you may just have to use a comb, you know, for this. You know, you may not use it. I do it like this so that I don't necessarily take all the curls out. I want to make sure that I have control of my curl. Okay. Okay. Of course, I want some bangs. So I got my bangs there. Right? And now I know that the curl held. The curl held. Okay, so now I take my wide tooth comb. This is what I carry around with me. And I get myself some bangs. And sometimes I find that I might have to curl the bangs again, but I'm not going to do that. Now I go take gently back, I comb from the back, comb it down gently, comb it down gently, comb it down gently. Then I do it from this side. Comb it down gently, comb it down gently, and comb it down gently. Okay? Then I want to make sure I still have body. Still have the body to it. And then I go up underneath here and I pull that hair out. I'm bringing it forward a little bit because I see there's some look like a missing space there. Okay. I may have to, I got my comb plugged in, my curling iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just curl my bangs up so that they can all stay, you know, even. Gather up some hair. And I'm going to curl the bangs. Okay. Oops. Drip some oil. I put too much oil on there. I didn't realize that one. Usually I use this castor oil. This is like $3.99. This one was the same price, but they didn't have the other one. I went to another store. And if you don't have the money for that, okay, then you can go to the dollar store, Family Dollar, and you can get this. I think that's about $1 or $2. And this works just as well. This is oil. You can use that in a hot oil treatment or whatever. It works just as well as the expensive stuff. Okay? Remember, cold cream in the morning on your face first. Now you push the curl up, make sure that the curl forms, because remember how I told you the proper way that you're supposed to actually take the curl out. So that was the improper way. When you wash your hair, which I may film an episode about that, but I don't know. Wash your hair, well, you can use any shampoo and conditioner. Sometimes what I try to do is get the stuff with, you know, with a whole lot of stuff in it, you know. But I don't buy no expensive shampoo. I get the dollar shampoo from the store. It's what you put on your hair afterwards. And I use this. After I wash and condition my hair, I put this on my hair. It's called Hask Placenta. And I just put it on there, and that gives my hair the body that it needs. Olive oil, some people use olive oil. I haven't used it yet, but maybe I'll try to use it. And also, after washing it for the first time, before I don't grease it at all, I put this on it and I wrap it. I wrap it, and I wash it and condition it. I don't use the shampoo and conditioner combined. And then I put my Hask Placenta on it. This is wet. Then I have to sit under the dryer. And then I use this to wrap it. So I have very little grease on it that night. But in the morning, I saturate it with oils like I did this morning. Okay. So now we're ready to comb out the braids. And again, I always start with the pick, because I want to have control over my curl. You see what I'm saying? So now, so I can have control over it, and the curl doesn't go, I don't lose too much curl, you know, you see? So now I have the body that I want and the style that I want. And I wanted to mention, wintertime is here. So I don't have the hat that I wear. But when you wear a hat, make sure that the hat has a lining in it. I got some hair in my ear, which is sort of tickling there. Okay, get that out of there. Make sure you wear a hat with a lining, because if you wear a regular skull cap, it's going to take your hair out. So now, as you can see, my hair, it has the body and the shine that I need. Now, the ultimate thing to do would be to, like in the summertime, you know, you go out in the sun, and it would actually, you know, dry your hair, the sun from the, but since we don't have access to that now in the wintertime, then you can sit under a dryer, or just blow dry it, before you go out. And then one finishing touch that I would normally do, but I put a lot of grease on it already, I would sprint it with this. Okay, so sometimes I, just give it that little finishing touch, spread it all around, because when you curl your hair, sometimes it dries. The curling iron actually will dry the hair when you use the curling iron. And then sometimes I might rub it, go along the top of my hair like that, just to give it, a little more shine up there at the top, in case I missed a spot or two. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. How to stay black and beautiful all of your life. Now, you could accomplish this style and this kind of body anytime in your life, with any length of hair, my dear, with the simple tricks that I have showed you today. Simple, not complicated. And now I look like a normal human being. When I first woke up this morning, it was like, ah! Especially when you put that, cold cream on your face. Like, I don't know, who is that person? Halloween ain't here yet, But no matter how old, or I should say mature, that you are, my darlings, and what it is that you look like in the morning, we want to try to keep our kings happy. Okay, because we want to be the beautiful queen that we are. And we want to emanate that in the night and in the day. I guess one of the two things I used to pray for when I was growing up, and two things I used to ask the Lord, I said, Lord, please don't make me fat and don't make me ugly. And he has blessed me with an answer to my prayer. But of course it takes work on our behalf. We have to work towards getting that done. So don't forget, young ladies, and keep that skin tight, okay? Get your cold water, put some cold water in the refrigerator, take that cold water and splash it up on your face, and do not scrub your face dry. Just pat it dry with the towel. Just pat it wherever the water's dripping, okay? Now, if you really want to get the skin tight and it has been loose and, or you see bumps and whatnot in there, get some ice. Yeah, baby. Wash your face with some ice. Get that ice and put that on your face, and your skin will tighten up so, and you might look like something like this, But I'm going to show you next time how I actually wash my face, and I throw the water on my face, You don't use a face cloth. You just use the water in your hands, and you splash the water right up on your face. And you keep splashing it and splashing it and splashing it until you accomplish what you want. So now I have the body and the shine that I want, my darlings. And I am feeling and looking gorgeous. One finishing touch here. I just want to bring it forward just a bit. Bring some of this forward here. See, because when you comb it with a pick, you want to keep control of the curl. You don't want the curl to control you. Okay? So now you can see, and my hair is growing every day, and I thank God for that, because I'm taking care of it. And next time I'm going to show you how to clip the ends, how to wash your hair, how to, condition it and everything, and how to clip the ends. Because, we go to professionals, and you have a little bit of hair, and then when you go there, you come out, you ain't got no hair, okay? And we all know how long it takes for us to grow some hair. But if you use the proper tricks that I've explained to you, my dear black sister, we can accomplish the same beautiful hair that a non-African American accomplishes. And we don't have to put weaves in our hair. We don't have to put eyelashes on our eyes. We don't have to wear fake nails, baby. And everything about us will be real. Because if you want a real man, you gotta be a real woman, honey. And I want to holler at you next time, honey. I want to thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. If you're watching this portion of the segment, you're probably watching it on my YouTube address, which is sblack3001. And I want to thank you for joining me today for Real Estate, Religion, and You. Okay? And please join me next week right here on Time Warner Public Access TV Channel 20, 6:30 to 7 p.m., and also from 12:30 to 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Holla at a sister, y'all.